Welcome back to the JCPod, presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm your host, Jaden Chandler Parnon. It's Thursday, man. That means we got another good one for you. Pickem, college football, bets, NFL football, bets. For those of you who saw the episode last night, and for those of you who don't know, I'll tell you now. I did an episode last night with my boy Rowan at the Red Beard at Captain by Hook. We went over college basketball, man. The first week, everything that happened. Kind of just touched on things he liked, things he was seeing, some awards markets he liked, all that. Just had a little bit of college basketball talk last night. Nothing too crazy, So yeah, if you're interested in that, that's out now. That's going to be posted. But yeah, for today, basically, we're going to do what we normally do. We're going to just hop straight into pickup. As you can see, when it came to last week, that close, man. That close to getting first place. We were basically just lost by a little bit. Really good because I was ahead of a few people that I needed to pass, so that's very nice. Very happy with how most of these games turned out. The Baltimore game, really shocked that was blown. That one, I think, was the one that hurt the most. Cincy, that one, Houston played a really good game. I'm not mad about that one. But, yeah, that Baltimore one's going to hurt a little bit. That one, and then, yeah, it is what it is, though. We didn't have a bad week. Happy about it. So, yeah, now if you go to the year for the overview, as you can see, I'm still kind of in fifth, but the gap's a little bit shorter now. So if I make another good to 2 week English. If I make another good 2 to 3 week run, I might be okay. But yeah, hey, let's get it. So going into this week then. This is gonna be. I won't lie to you. This is gonna be a tough one. We'll probably change that number. We'll see. I bet Bengals plus 3.5. I'll get that out again when I go over my NFL bets. But this is one of those games I'm a little bit torn on. I'm probably going to... I lean Pittsburgh here as well, just simply for the fact now that Deshaun Watson's not playing, so I might try to steal one here with Pittsburgh, but I am very nervous about this Cleveland game, I will admit. Detroit over Chicago, give me Detroit. This will probably be one of my highest points of the week. Chargers, Green Bay, man. This is going to probably be a low one as well, but I just don't... I can't pick the Green Bay at home, even though they almost won last week. I think the Chargers have more talent than they do. I just think the talent's going to prevail in that game. When it comes to sportsbook and everything, we'll talk about it in a minute. I don't know if the Chargers should be necessarily favored by a big amount in Green Bay, but I just think overall-wise they probably should win. Miami versus Las Vegas. I love Antonio Pierce, but I think this is a game where they're probably going to have a little bit of welcome back to earth. Moving on to the next game, Washington, New York. I got to take Washington, New York's just been atrocious. Dallas. I usually do not put my highest number on road favorites, but Carolina has no reason at all to beat Dallas. There's no reason at all that should happen. Tennessee, Jacksonville. I'm going to take Jacksonville, but I think Tennessee could mess around and do something in that game. I'm very curious to see, but them on the road is an issue. Houston, Arizona. This is hard. I'm going to take Houston, but I'm not going to be shocked if Arizona wins. This is probably going to be another low number for me. I think Kyler played really impressive. I picked a lot of favorites. This is not going to be good. San Francisco, Tampa Bay. That's the way Tampa Bay's been playing. Yeah, I'm going to pretty much take San Francisco there. I won't lie to you. I want to take the Jets so bad. I want to take the Jets absolutely so bad, but Bills just fired their offensive coordinator. I feel like there's going to be some change around for them. Seattle, I lean Seattle, but I'm not going to be shocked if the Rams win. I'm pretty sure the Rams blew them out in week 1 in Seattle. So I would not be shocked if there's a clean sweep there. Denver, Minnesota. I'm going to take Denver, but this is going to be a hard one. I think Minnesota is very talented. I'm just picking Denver because they're the home team. Philly is another one. This is going to be, man, I wish I could use a lot of low numbers this week. Save some, because yeah, this is going to be tough. So I guess we'll go 14 on there, 13 we'll go here. We'll put my 12 on Sanford. Actually, we'll flip this. Actually, you know what? Detroit's at home. I don't mind it. Well, this is a division game, so we'll make it just slightly smaller. But, man, yeah, this is going to be a tough week number-wise. I would say I like about half these picks for sure, and then there's some other ones I can see toss-ups. Like the Green Bay one, I can definitely see that being a toss-up. I could see Pittsburgh being a toss-up, me being completely wrong about that one. Baltimore, Cincy, this game is going to be a big toss-up tonight. Man. This is tough. I won't lie. This is tough. There's a lot of games I don't feel the most confident in. I'm not going to lie to you. Jacksonville, Tennessee, I guess I'll put a 9 on Jacksonville. Washington, I'll put an 11 on them. I will not be shocked if Washington loses this game. If I'm going to lose any big number this week, it's going to be probably Washington against, probably going to be Washington against them, the Giants, just because it feels like I've been losing a 10 or 11 every single week. So this would be, if any game I feel like I'm going to lose in, it'd be that one. I'm going to put an 8 on the, I put an 8 on the Chargers, but I feel horrible about that one. It's just, I don't know where to put some of these numbers. And then, man, is there any way I can do, we're just going to bounce these numbers around a little bit, and this will probably... Man, I don't want to put anything on Buffalo, man. Man, this is... I don't want to put a 7 on Seattle either. This is going to probably take me a minute to put this last number in, so we'll do tiebreakers real quick, because yeah, I don't know where to put this last number. I'm trying to get one of these games small, and I just... We'll do 21-24 for this tiebreaker. This tiebreaker will make 21-24 as well. Scored the most points this week. Who did I put my big number on? 14's the biggest. Do you remember who I put? Oh, Dallas. Yep, Dallas. We'll go Dallas and Carolina. All right, so basically we're just trying to figure out this last small number. I think I'm okay with a lot of these other numbers. It just sucks. Anything below, like, everything 6 and below, I'm kind of like a, you know what? I'm just going to do this. Fine, I'll do it. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. I have no choice but to put what medium number on. Seattle. So yeah, these are my picks for the week. When it comes to, I would say San Francisco, Detroit, Miami, and Washington, I probably feel the best about. I understand those are bigger spreads. It feels nice. I need to get some big numbers this week. I feel good about all my big numbers up till probably about like 10 with Washington. And I could definitely see that game losing. But like I said, I don't think Washington should lose that game, but I definitely could see it. There's a lot of good games that are gonna be fun to watch this week. There's like Jacksonville, Tennessee, even though that might not be the best game, it's a division game, so there's big implications there. Especially if Houston wins against Arizona, then that game's going to matter even that much more. Baltimore, Cincinnati is going to be a good division game. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, another really good division game. Detroit, Chicago might not be a good division game, but it's at least a division game. I'm excited, man. There's going to be a lot of good games this week. Very curious to see how this turns out. These are what I like for the week. This is what I like for the week, though. This is where I think I'm going to lean pick-wise. Again, for those of you who want to see it, this is where I'm at for the year-wise. 94 and 56 overall. Can't complain about it at all. Can't complain about it at all. But yeah, I'll basically see. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see everybody back on the gridiron. So that's going to do it for Pickem. Like I said, a little bit nervous, but there's some hope this week. We had a decent week last week. Gave me some momentum. So maybe we'll be just okay. So now we're going to go into Thursday plays. I gave out the Bengals, plus I'll talk about the Bengals when I go into NFL, but that's probably where I'm going to lean. College-wise, I'm not for sure if I'm going to take this or not, but Boston College, baby. Boston College was 3.5 there. Pitt's favorite at home, which I kind of am shocked by. I mean, I would understand if it's like a pick 'em, but Pitt being favored by 3 is ridiculous. So I'm going to take Boston College plus 3. They're still trying to play for a bowl game. They need one more win to win a bowl game. Like I said, they need win one more game for a bowl game. They have Pitt tonight, and then they have Miami and Florida next week. Miami and Florida game is going to be a really tough one for Boston College. So this is basically the must. This is as must win as it gets. So I'm going to take Boston College. I'm not going to be afraid to take them probably in the money line as well. Although it's weird why they aren't favored. So yeah, I think that's where I'm leaning for there. I'll talk about the Bengals game in a minute. So then moving on to Friday, I'm going to be interested to take Colorado over Washington State. Washington State's been struggling all year, so I'm going to be willing to take Colorado. This should be a win that Dion should be able to get with the boys. They aren't going to be able to go bowling this year, sadly, after a strong start, but hopefully they can win this game against Washington State and end the year somewhat strong because they play Utah next week, and I don't know if they're going to win that game because I think that might be in Utah, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, that's at Utah. So this is a big win for them. big game for them to try and win. So we'll see. Friday, I lean Colorado +4, so that's going to be probably something I give out. It'll probably be my Redbeard special that I give out on Captain by Hook. So I'm iffy right now, but there's a good chance I'm probably going to give it out tomorrow just so I have some action in tomorrow because other than that, there's not much college basketball action on that I like. The other game is UTSA, South Florida. I'm good. But yeah, that's basically what I'm leaning there. So now we're going to go to Saturday slate. Saturday slate for the college football action. Man, right off the bat, I think I'm going to fade my boys. Northwestern +3. I can't believe they aren't favored at home. I kind of understand it, but Northwestern's been hot lately. I'm talking hot. They're on a win streak of 1, but they've won 3 of their last 5. Their losses were to Penn State and Nebraska. I am very nervous about this game, I won't lie, but they're coming off a big win against Maryland. Oh, I'm sorry, I've read that completely wrong. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, 3 of their last 5. They lost to Nebraska. Their big losses are to Penn State, Nebraska, and Iowa. But I think they've been playing. This Northwestern team has been playing really, really well. And they're fighting for a bowl. That's the biggest reason I'm taking a +3. I think they're fighting for a bowl. There's some motivation there. Purdue has really nothing to play for the rest of the season. So, and they already kind of won at home. They might just pack it in. I believe they have 2 away. Oh, they have Indiana. They have Indiana at home next week. That's probably going to be the big game they get up for, if anything. So this could be a definite hole in the wall spot, we'll say, letdown spot, whatever you want to call it. This is definitely a spot where Purdue could definitely get got. So I'm going to be on Northwestern there. Another game, I'm going to take a road team this time, Louisville, on the money line. They are not favored, but they are kind of playing for the ACC. Miami has a chance to play spoiler right here. But Tyler Van Dyke is broken. The other quarterback they brought in gave the team something and uplifted the team, but he's hurt and he's probably out. Emory Williams, he's out for the season. I don't know what he did. I'm trying to... He got a compound fracture in his leg. That was disgusting. It's one of the worst things you see in football. This was a few weeks ago. Emory Williams went to go reach for a ball. He had his arm like this. I'm talking everybody and their mama basically fell on his arm like this. So he's getting tackled like this. Fractures his arm, leaves an air cut. If you're a shoulder person who's dealt with shoulder injuries like I am, absolutely disgusting to watch. But yeah, I lean Louisville in that matchup because I just don't know if this Miami team is going to be all there. I think this is going to be a really tough game for them. I think they're going to play hard. But I just don't know mentally if they're all there, so I'm going to be willing to take that side. I'm going to lay it Michigan -19.5. Maryland's not good. That's basically the real reason. This is a really big spread. This is Michigan getting ready for the Ohio State game. I think they're going to do some dirty stuff to it's literally Maryland and Ohio State. I think this is the culmination of what they're going to do. I think they could beat them by like 30. I think this is going to be like a 30-10. This could literally be like a 30-10 game, 35-14. I think this is going to get into the 3-score territories. I think Michigan's going to be really hungry for that Ohio State game, so they're going to try to get up out of here. And they're just going to try to. I think they're going to try to impose their will on the ground. And I think that's going to be able to get the job done. Rutgers, I lean to take them 20.5 over James Franklin, but I don't know. I'm very nervous about Rutgers, so we'll see. Rutgers is definitely a dog play that I might be interested in taking +20.5. SMU -8.5 over Memphis. That's something else I'm tempted in, but might not take SMU. Playing for the AAC. SMU at Memphis, I just don't know about, so I'm probably going to stay away from that one, even though I think SMU, they kind of clinched a chance for the AAC title game. There's a chance they didn't, though, so that's why I'm not going to say they did. So I'm very curious to see how this team is going to be playing, because I don't believe... They've been playing good, and they definitely can blow out Memphis. It's just going to be... I think it's going to be potentially a really good game, and I just feel like 8's a little bit too much, so I'm going to probably lay off. But a game I am taking, James Madison, baby. -9 on the run line, or the run line. 9 on the spread. James Madison has covered for me all year. I think they're going to continue to cover. This is potentially a spot for them to cover here. Game day's going to James Madison. This is going to be a really, really big game for them. I think there's a chance, too, that they might be able to play for the Sun Belt Championship. I know they've been getting basically screwed over by NCAA, saying, through the NCAA rules about how you have to get ready and basically spend like a two-year bowl ban while they basically get the team ready. So we'll see. There's a small chance that they might be able to get that taken away, and then they would get a chance for the Sun Belt and the bowl, which would be awesome. So really enjoying to see that. This is another game, another one of my boys we've been riding all season. If you've been a part of this show, Jacksonville State minus 8.5. Rich Rod's a good coach. He's had the boys ready to go. They've been playing really well this season. I mean, they took South Carolina down to the wire just a week or two ago, and that game, I mean, it was literally a chance where they drive down the field and make some magic happen. So this team has been really, really feisty. They've been pretty good all season. It's one of those things where it's like Jacksonville State's been good to me. The last time I did bet them, they did lose me with the South Carolina game, but I mean, that's sort of understandable. They were almost plus 600 favorites, but the fact that it went down to the wire, man, that was a close one. It definitely hurts my heart a little bit, but I'm willing to go back to the well again. I think they can play this team really well, and I think they'll be able to get the job done. Next game I'm looking at, Utah-Arizona is going to be a really good matchup game. I lean Arizona there. I'm just going to be excited to watch it. UNLV Air Force, I don't think it's about a 3-point spread game. I'm going to probably watch this game. I think I kind of want to take UNLV with the points here at +3 because Air Force is dealing with some issues. Larrier is also their quarterback. He might be he's questionable to be out. So as long as that's what makes me want to take the +3 even more is the fact that Navy's quarterback is out, and especially like when it comes to Navy, Air Force's quarterback being out. That's a big thing. They don't gotta their drop off to their backup isn't the same as some other Power 5 levels where if they for example Kansas, they drop off to Jason Bean. At least Jason Bean's a competent quarterback. He's played at North Texas. Dropping the Navy's quarterback, Navy didn't pick up a quarterback from Ole Miss or North Texas or even BYU or St. Xavier of NAIA. Their backup quarterback's probably not the best. No offense to him. Obviously, I have a hell of respect for the troops, but Larrier's their guy. So if he's out, I definitely lean to +3 of UNLV. So I'm going to write that down only if Larrier's out. So no Larrier, UNLV +3, but if Larrier plays, I'm going to be interested to see how Air Force does. This might be for the Mountain West. This is number 1 and number 2 in the Mountain West Conference. Whoever loses it, there might be a small chance that maybe they don't make the Mountain West. I don't know everyone's record right across the board. I'd probably be better if I check that. So I'll do that real quick because this is actually a really big game. It's that point of the year. I went to basketball. Oopsies. Yeah, standing. We're gonna go to standings for the what? Damn it! What conference was it? I just forgot. Mountain West. I don't know why I just forgot that off the top of my head. Makes no sense. Okay, how they do the conference standing is so damn stupid in this. They have New Mexico at 1-5, apparently first in the conference, which just makes no sense. All right, so this is going to be no help at all. Air Force is 8-2, UNLV is 8-2, Fresno State's 8-2. That's what I wanted to look at. So honestly, there's a chance that Fresno State sneaks into this game, depending on who the loser is. So this is a really, really big game for the Mountain West. Massive, massive game for the Mountain West. Wake Forest takes on Notre Dame in a revenge game for who is it? A revenge game for Sam Hartman, but I'm all off Notre Dame at this point. They can go on. I'm going to take for this game for sure Georgia -10. Kirby Smart, I believe if I read this right, is Kirby Smart. I believe if I read this right is 7-0 against the spread. 7-0 against the spread against Tennessee. So I gotta write it. I mean, he continues to beat Tennessee. But I mean, Tennessee got absolutely destroyed by Missouri last week, who lost by about 10 to Georgia. So give me Georgia there. I like Georgia to do something in that spot. UNC Clemson, I lean UNC slightly with the points, but Clemson doesn't lose at home. It seems like I think they're 5-1 at home if I'm reading the stat right. UNC has had basically a fall off of their season the last 2 weeks. Their loss to Virginia and Georgia Tech all have killed their season, sort of. I don't know if they're going to be. They probably are going to a bowl game. I'm sorry, they are going to a bowl game. Obviously, they probably aren't going to the playoffs. So I don't know what motivation will be there for them, but I lean UNC plus 6.5, I have to take a side, but Clemson has been a machine at home this year. Illinois, 3-point dogs to Iowa. I just don't even want to touch this game. If anything, over-unders at 30.5, I lean the under. But, I think I just saw Cooper DeJean is out. If that's the case, oh, man. If that's true, I might actually be tempted to take Illinois. I think he's a big playmaker for them. What? I didn't realize he got hurt. He's going to miss the remainder of the season? Wow. Cooper DeJean apparently suffered a lower leg injury. That's going to cause him to miss the rest of the season. I hope it's nothing serious because, man, he's going to make us white people proud in the draft, man. He's a baller, man. Like, I joke about white corners and all that. This guy was a baller. They aren't really saying what it is either. Just a lower leg injury, man. I hope it's nothing serious. Shout out to the guy, man. That really sucks. You really hate to see it, honestly. That really sucks, man. Cooper DeJean was a dog. You actually hate to see that. Yeah, with Eric All and Cooper DeJean out now for the year, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm not going to even touch this game at all anymore, and I'm going to take the under. UCLA, USC, I don't know. I don't know if you... I don't know. I just don't want, like, I am interested in the game. I'm interested in watching the game, but that might be like a live bet game for me. I don't know who I'd take there. I'm tempted to take Oklahoma State -7. They had a really, really bad game last week. Damn near should have. I don't know, man. I just feel like Oklahoma State was a better team last week. It was just a weird game. So I'm going to be taking Oklahoma State -7 here. I'm going to go back to the well. Yeah, this is a big-ass slate. I did not mean to have this many bets, but feel free to not take some if you don't like. Oklahoma State -7, though. I'm going to go back to the well. I think they should be able to get back to the running game going well. They just had a rough... yeah, they just had a really bad game last week. So basically, you can't take anything out of that Houston game. Oklahoma State literally got... They're on a team that plays well from behind, and I mean, they literally got behind 24-0 right away, and they basically just tried to pack it up and get out of there. So that game was kind of an anomaly when it comes to that. Another game I am probably going to take, though, I just keep having these damn pop-up ads mess everything up. UCF on the, I'm going to take UCF. I believe it's 2.5 still. I'm going to double check. I don't know. They play at 5, okay. Sorry, one sportsbook has different odds than another, so I'm trying to bounce back and use, like, the one I'm most likely going to bet on. Trying to find the odds on that one. So UCF +2.5. I'm going to be tempted to take them. They had a really big game last week. I'm curious to see if they ride the momentum. I think they can. UCF played really, really well. They are really talented, honestly. And Texas Tech barely beat Kansas. So I know that was on the road, but Texas Tech I'm not the biggest fan of. So I'm definitely going to be on. I'm going to be on UCF +2.5 there after a big win last week. Kansas State. I'm very excited to watch that. I think that's going to be a really, really good game. I don't know if Jason Bean's going to play or not, but. If it's Cole Ballard, I can tell you what. I am just going to watch that game and enjoy it. Nebraska, Wisconsin. I lean to take Nebraska. I'm going to stay away. I don't know anything. I don't know what I expect from this game, really. I think it can go either way. These are basically the two same teams. I don't know. I'm not going to take either of those. I am tempted to take Florida International on the money. Well, we'll talk about that game in a second. Before I go to that game, Oregon State, Washington, 11 versus 5. Going to be one of the best games of the day. I lean Washington +2.5. But the fact that Washington is... man, the fact that Washington's not the favorite makes me really, really nervous. But, you know what? I'm going to take Washington. I think that they've been playing a little bit better. I think that Oregon State might have a little bit of a slip-up here. But I don't know if I'm going to bet it for sure, but... It's on the list. We're going to watch it. Might be giving it out tomorrow. One game I am really interested in taking in. This is I hope you know. This is like this is something where you put like $5-10 on it. And you basically just like hope that some chaos happens. Florida International being they're +2,200 on the money line, +29 +29.5. Yeah. I'm very tempted to take this game. Florida International is 4-6. Technically a better record. Obviously, than Arkansas. But, I mean, if you want to go stat-wise, this team lost to 46 to Middle Tennessee. They've lost 41-16 to Jacksonville State. I mean, their wins, they haven't won a game since UConn that they beat 24-17. So this is definitely a huge, huge talent gap. This is just something that, like, wouldn't it be hilarious if this is basically Shout out Chip Patterson from the Cover 3 podcast. This is my personal wouldn't it be hilarious bet of the week that Florida International just finds a way to beat Arkansas because of how bad Arkansas is. They're going to probably be firing their coach if they haven't already. But yeah, so I'm going to be... Apparently there's a lot of people for questionable as well for Arkansas, so I'm very tempted to get on this Florida National money line and have some fun and maybe the 29.5. Missouri versus Florida, very interested to watch that. Kentucky versus South Carolina. I'm going to take Kentucky minus 1.5. They're playing for a bowl game. They are not. While South Carolina's had 2 cupcakes the last 2 weeks, and they struggled against Jacksonville State, handled Vanderbilt. I'm going to just take. I'm going to take Kentucky to go bowling, man. I think they're going to win this game and get a chance to go bowling. Texas versus Iowa State at 8. That's going to be a very interesting game to watch. I don't know who's going to be playing, but Jordan Brooks out for the season. Hurts for Texas. I don't know who their quarterback's going to be. I don't think Ewers played last game. I could be totally wrong. I need to double check. There's a chance that I don't think he played. Oh, he did play, so Ewers is back. Okay, so with Ewers back, I wasn't 100% sure if Ewers was back or not. I thought he was, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I wanted to sound like he was until I for sure he was. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning Texas in that, but I'm just going to sit back and watch. Yeah, that's going to do it. If you're very curious about the bets, I'll run through them real quick. So Thursday, Boston College +3. Friday, Colorado +4. And then Saturday, Northwestern +3. Louisville money line. Michigan minus 19.5. James Madison minus 9. Jacksonville State minus 8.5. UNLV +3 if there's no Larrier, so that's a maybe. Washington is also a maybe, so those are my 2 maybes, is UNLV and Washington. For sure, Georgia minus 10. For sure, Oak State minus 7.5. For sure, UCF +2.5. And for sure, Kentucky minus 1.5. Those are for sure my bets for Saturday, man. Yeah, a lot of them. We're getting to the awesome thing. We literally have 1 more week left. 1 more week until next week, and then it's conference championship weeks. Woo! Let me say it again. Conference championship weeks. Woo! Man, I tell you what, I am actually juiced. I can't believe it. We got Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State next week. I think we got like Alabama, Georgia, stuff like that. We got some big games rolling, man. I'm checking. I gotta see this. If it's actually Alabama, Georgia next week, it's gonna be woo! It's gonna be a week next week, man. We got some big games happening, big teams playing. I can't wait, man. I'm super juiced. But yeah, at the end of the show, I'll give them my NFL bets now. I'll quit dilly-dallying and messing around. First one I'm going to give out for tonight is the Bengals +3.5. I just think getting 3.5 on any of these sides would have been amazing. I would have definitely, if the Ravens were dogs by 3.5, I would have 100% taken the 3.5. I don't know if it's going to be there, so I'm for sure going to be on that. When it comes to the any props or anything I like, I'll have to get back to you guys on that. If you're curious on props I'm going to take, feel free to check out Stay On Sports. It's about to be rolling up on the screen. I'm going to probably have to write an article. Obviously, I'm going to write an article, but it's probably going to be in the article because I don't know 100% what I want to take. I can tell you right now, I'm probably going to take Boyd's receiving over, maybe. I just don't know if that's going to be in a solo or a nasty boy. Tyler Boyd goes off when T. Higgins isn't there. Tyler Boyd goes off, so I'm going to find his name real quick. Just give me... Sorry, I just want to make sure. See something. Yeah, he had 100. He's had... I'm going to probably take it over at 43.5. So that's one bet I'll give out if you want to see my nasty boy. So yeah, Bengals plus 3.5. Tyler Boyd over 43.5. If you want my last prop and my nasty boy, check out Stay On Sports. Yeah, because I need to double check to see if I like some other stuff. I'm not going to just waste time on the show looking. So yeah, we're basically going to hop into the rest of the slate now. I'm thinking, I'm excited for tonight's game, man. It's going to be a really good game tonight. I don't know what to expect fully. I'm not going to be shocked if either team wins, if we're being honest. I could see either team winning. Truly. So moving on into Sunday now. Chargers, 3.5-point favorites over the Packers. I'm not going to take the Chargers as 3-point favorites. You got to be kidding me. Titans plus 7.5 against the Jaguars. Tempting for a division game, I won't lie. But, I mean, in my head, I still see 2018 Derrick Henry running all over the Jags. So I am somewhat tempted to take... Titans plus 3 is a lot, man. I won't lie, that's a lot of points. That is a lot of points in a division game. That's the biggest thing that has me locked up. But Titans are 0-5 on the road, so it's, man. It's going to be basically, if they come down, if they can force the Titans to throw, it's going to be no issue at all. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. I'm probably going to sit in this one. I lean Titans 7.5, though. Raiders are 12.5-point dogs to the Dolphins. I mean, the only reason, that might be teaser worthy, potentially, but 12.5 is a lot of points, so I'm going to just stay away from that one. Cowboys 10.5-point favorites over the Panthers. I almost am tempted to take this one. I think they should be able to beat them bad. I'm very curious. If you want to take the Cowboys, can I take a minus 9.5? Minus 9.5 is minus 132. I don't mind that at all. It's a little bit of juice, but I definitely think they win this game. I could definitely see them win this game by 10 plus, although it is the NFL, so anything can happen, but we'll see. Cardinals plus 4.5 over the Texans. I think I picked the Texans, but Cardinals plus 4.5 probably isn't a bad play at all. I just don't know if I can get myself to take it. That one's a maybe. We might end up taking it just because I haven't given out anything on a Sunday yet, so we'll see. Steelers are, well, you know what? Steelers are plus 100 on the money line. We'll take it this week. This will be one of the plays I give out. Steelers have been playing really impressive. If they win this week, and then they have, I think it's the Chiefs lose and the Dolphins lose, they're number one in the AFC, man. And the Ravens lose, they're number one in the AFC. Isn't that crazy? But no, give me the Steelers. I definitely like the Steelers in that game, especially with no Deshaun Watson playing. The fact there's no Deshaun Watson now, I think that becomes a defensive battle. And I have no issue at all taking the Steelers defenders, even though I know the Browns defense is just as good, maybe if not better. So I'm going to be on the Steelers there. Very excited to see how that game goes. Commanders, 9.5-point favorites over the Giants. Little too much for me, even though I think they could win that big. Bears are 7.5-point dogs to the Lions. If it's 6.5, we'll take the Lions. 7.5 division game, I'm good. I'll stay away. 49ers minus 11.5 over the Bucks. A little bit too big for me. I'm going to stay away. I won't lie. A lot of these spreads are just like really either perfect numbers to get you not to want to bet it, or they're just way too big. Seahawks minus 1.5 over the Rams. That is very tempting to me. But I just don't even like. I don't like my Seahawks pick with the most confidence. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I don't know if I want to take the Seahawks. You know. You know what? I will actually. Fuck it. We haven't made any bets really today. I'll take Seahawks on the money line. I am very nervous about this bet, but I mean, the way the Rams season's been going, the Rams have no reason. I'm just looking at it from the need this win bad perspective. The Seahawks really need this win bad to keep fighting for the playoff hopes, while the Rams, I don't think they have much playoff hopes, if any at all, anymore. They probably, they're lingering, but yeah, if you go to their standings real quick, just to explain it a little bit better, the Seahawks are 6-3 behind the 49ers, while the Rams are 3-6. So the Rams' playoff hopes are basically like all but over. Seahawks, there's a big difference between 7-3 and 6-4. And with the Seahawks schedule coming up, I believe it's somewhat tough, if I remember off the top of my head correctly. And after the Rams, they play 49ers, Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles. Wow. Talk about a gauntlet, man. Let me read that to you again. They got Rams this week, 49ers next week, Cowboys the week after, 49ers again, Eagles, Titans, Steelers, Cardinals. Yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks here, man. They're going to need this win bad because there's a chance they could lose for a month straight with how tough that gauntlet of a schedule is. Jets are 7-point dogs to the Bills. I'm going to take this one, actually. I'm okay. I'm okay with this Jets plus 7 bet losing, especially the Bills are just broken right now. So I'm very okay with this bet losing. It's minus 115. If it loses, it loses. It is what it is. It's like, oh, okay, the Bills finally got themselves back. But this is a bet where it's like the Bills still haven't figured themselves out fully. So I'm like, I'm willing to take the Jets here. Broncos 2.5-point favorites over the Vikings. I think that game is going to come down to the field goal, but I'm not going to bet against Josh Jacobs. I'm just going to watch it and enjoy it. Eagles 2.5-point dogs on Monday. That was a Sunday night game, by the way, is Broncos-Vikings. So that's going to be interesting. We get back-to-back Broncos games after getting back-to-back Jets games. And then Monday night, we're going to have the Eagles, Chiefs. I'm probably going to pick the Chiefs here. I might give it out as well. We'll see. But I'll save that for Stay On Sports on Monday just because this is going to be a tough game. I know for sure I'm going to love to watch this game. But, yeah, so far, bets-wise, I got Steelers, Seahawks, and the Jets plus 7.5, or Jets plus 7. Teams I would be willing to take. I have no issue taking the Cowboys. I'm willing to take the Titans. I just don't know if I'm going to do it. Then I got the Bengals plus 3.5 tonight, obviously. NFL-wise, but that's not for Sunday. So, yeah, that might do it for today. If you want, real quick, if you want a teaser before you go, Cowboys, Lions. Who do we want to do? Do you want to do Titans? We'll do Titans. I'm very nervous about this, but we'll pick one more team. We'll do we'll do a 3-team teaser. We'll leave it at 3 for right now. If you want to do a 3-team teaser, we'll just say we'll throw in the Lions, Cowboys, Titans. you make it a 6-point spread. You can get Lions minus 1.5, Cowboys minus 4.5, Tennessee plus 13.5. But if you want to change that to make it to plus 100, you can make this plus 100 now. Cowboys minus 2.5, Titans plus 15, Detroit Lions just to win. That's an 8-point teaser. That's plus 100. I'll just flip my phone around real quick. I don't mind. As you can see, it might be a little bit hard to see. But yeah, we basically, if you move the numbers to 8, you get the Lions at 0.5 point, Cowboys at minus 2.5, Titans plus 50. I mean, if you want to leave it at 3, I think the Cowboys, honestly, if you leave it at 4.5 too, I think the Cowboys are going to win by more than a touchdown. So if you like the 4.5 teaser, you get plus 140 for Tennessee Titans plus 13, Cowboys minus 4.5, Lions minus 1.5. Real quick, to get some bets to give, some props to give out real quick before we end it. Touchdown score. I'm going to give out some touchdown scores I like. David Montgomery, anytime. I have a revenge game against the Bears, so I love David Montgomery to score anytime. So we're going to go our boy David Montgomery. David Monty had a baby. I kind of like, I don't know why, but I feel like Hollywood Brown's going to score this weekend. I'm not going to give it out, though. We'll take Derrick Henry against the Jaguars just because he is a Jaguar killer. At least he was. I don't know if he still is considered anymore, so we'll do that there. Austin Eckler anytime. I love him. He's a scoring machine. I'm not checking the odds of any of these, so if they're higher in juiced odds, then obviously maybe not take them. But these are just all guys I'm feeling enough that I like. Raiders-wise, I wouldn't mind Josh Jacobs at all. For Josh Jacobs or Vontae Adams there. Cowboys-wise, I mean, pick your damn poison. Cowboys-wise, I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb is on an NBA Jam, so we do have to oblige these rules. I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb over 100 receiving and 150. Both, because he's on a 150 streak. He set the NFL record. I don't know if he's going to do it a third game in a row. This would be the one game probably not to do, but I'm going to do it in case. And then I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb to score here. I definitely like CeeDee Lamb to score. They don't have any props out for that team, so I don't know. Maybe Tony Pollard. He didn't score last week, so they might try to get a conceded effort to get him in. Steelers-wise, I like maybe Jalen Warren, but they only score 1 touchdown a game, so if you want to gamble that, good luck. Bucks-wise, Mike Evans is liable to score every week the way he's been playing. And, yeah, I don't think I'm going to give anybody else out because I'm not 100% sure. Sunday night, we got to give out Cortland Sutton. He continues to score. So, Sunday night football, Cortland Sutton anytime touchdown because he is on an NBA Jam. Yeah, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for today's show. Really quick to run over all my bets so you got them. Thursday night, Boston College plus 3. Bengals plus 3.5. Tyler Boyd over 43.5 receiving yards. Friday, Colorado plus 4. Saturday, Northwestern plus 3. Louisville money line. Michigan minus 19.5. James Madison minus 9. Jack State minus 8.5. Georgia minus 10. Oklahoma State minus 7. UCF plus 2.5. Kentucky minus 1.5. Then we got Sunday, the men's league. Steelers money line. Seahawks money line. Jets plus 7. Prop-wise, David Montgomery touchdown, Derrick Henry touchdown, Austin Eckler touchdown, CeeDee Lamb over 150 and 1 touchdown, and Cortland Sutton anytime touchdown. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the support. We've had a lot of we've got a 3-episode week, baby. I'm going to try to keep that up and coming. Tomorrow I'm appearing on Captain by Hook with the Red Beard, so if you're intrigued and want to see it, go check that out. If not, I'll see everyone back on this feed basically Tuesday to go over all of the NFL and college football action that happened this weekend. And hey, man, we like a week or 2 away from talking about the bowl games for college, man. I can't wait. It's that football season is sadly coming to the end, but we're about to get all the great games upcoming, so I can't wait, man. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I will see everybody back in this feed on Tuesday.